Hey, everyone. You might have seen a story recently of Twitter being banned in Brazil, and of course, like to everyone, that has seen the story, it's insane because there's like a big social media app being banned in a country that has at least, I would say, 20 million people on it, and just you have like an app like that or like a market just poof like that out of nowhere. And of course that'd be big because a bunch of like Twitter accounts, or people that have accounts on there just disappearing. But for me, the biggest fact for that, the biggest shocking part is like all the money they could lose as well for like a huge demographic that just disappeared. Like I could probably check right now stocks on Twitter just dropping from that simple ban. I won't right now because I'm doing a video for you guys. Yeah. But one really funny part to me about this whole story, apart from just the idea of it being banned, was the setup to this whole thing of how it got banned in the first place. Where, for context, you have this massive judge in Brazil, whose name is Alexandre de Moraes. Morales, like Miles Morales. He was essentially pissed off that a lot of accounts on Twitter were spreading misinformation, and just that. Well, it goes a bit deeper because a lot of accounts that were spreading this information, or misinformation, were like supporters of the right-wing president, that guy. And he's the judge, he's a left-wing. So if he's extremely left-leaning, I can see where like that angle comes from. I don't want to sympathize with it because misinformation being an issue, like it is an issue, but it's so common, like it's been like such a prominent part of Twitter that people just ignore it. Or they don't ignore it, but like people like understand that whatever they see on Twitter, they take with a bit of grain of salt because it might be fake, it might be bullshit, it might be rage bait. So any smart person, that goes on Twitter, they see something that might be interesting or true, they take that, as like an idea, and then they go and, like look up articles, they do like their own study, their own research, and then they find out, okay, never mind, it's bullshit. That's why I think like the best decision that Elon Musk ever made for Twitter was that like readers added context to this post. That was the only good thing he ever added because it solves both issues of, correcting misinformation and also not having to ban 1/10 of all accounts on the platform, So it went together. So the two possibilities are that feature isn't as common in Brazil, so like most of the misinformation seems true, it doesn't have like that widget at the bottom, or the judge like still sees that context at the bottom, but he's still pissed off that the tweet is still up and people still made it. So Elon, I know it's very hard to dog on him as being like very hardcore right wing, but I have to side with him. It is bullshit to like just like ban a bunch of accounts or making misinformation. Like you can make your own effort by making your own stuff, like more actual information to correct them, instead of starting a whole domino effect of pissing off the supporters of the president currently in power. But that didn't matter to the judge because he still made the court order, to ban those accounts. And the real issue of why Twitter got banned was when Twitter themselves, they fucked up to get someone to represent them in a court order, and that's when the judge was like, oh, just fuck these guys, and he banned it everywhere, all over the country. And again, I would have to preface like how insane that is. Anywhere else, like in any other country, there would be like some update, like some notice, like in 10 days, your favorite platform would be gone off the country. But for this, it went off like nowhere. I guess like there was the news of like Twitter being in hot water with the government, the judge, but the idea of like waking up in the morning and going on Twitter to look at pure autism and not being given it, that's crazy. That's actual madness. Also, not to mention that if you have an account, a pretty big one that made you some money, you can't make money on Twitter. But if you did, then that's you're fucked. And I'm sure you're all being snide like, just get a VPN, it's that easy. Well, you can, because if you're caught, using one, I don't know how, but if you're caught using one, you could find 50,000 real equals, whatever the currency is, which is about £5,000 or $10,000. So if you're trying to look up funny clips of gay furry porn art, it's not worth it. However, still, it's like a balancing scale where, for a reason why it got banned in the first place, being, very insane, very crazy, it makes a pretty good reason why it'll be unbanned pretty soon. Because all Twitter has to do is all they have to do is get someone to represent them in court and pay a couple of fines. Not that much. Like surely the couple of thousands of dollars you have to spend to pay the fines would be made back in a day of having a country in your demographic that has like 20 million people. Because believe it or not, that's a lot of people. Initially, I believe that this choice was made by Elon Musk himself because he's so much of a retard. He would be like, oh fuck Brazil, you know, they're so left wing, they don't respect democracy. He'd ban it. But you know, to be fair, the choice of like banning a bunch of accounts that spread misinformation does seem insane, and to furthermore ban it outright, still even more crazy. But at the end of the day, I'm sure that this whole drama, this whole infighting, will be solved pretty quickly in a matter of days. Or never, I'm not sure. I mean, no, it will be solved pretty quickly, because if it was like a bigger issue, like, you know, like a massive coup d'etat, like they had before in the past, then yeah, that'd be pretty bad. But if it's just like, you know, they have a court order, they have to get a lawyer and pay a couple of fines, I'm sure it won't be that bad. Elon Musk will just open his wallet full of, you know, billions and millions and just pay the fines. It won't be that hard. Come on, guys, don't worry.